the general sort of standard thinking is if you come from a rough background, you're not going to make it out. And it's horrible to say that, but that's what people believe, is that you're sort of stuck in the cycle. And you've turned that around completely, and not just turned that around, you brought it to a space where you're changing other lives. Welcome back to another episode of Good Things with myself, Brent Lindeque, your Good Things guy. I'm not going to say I'm excited, but I am excited. Every week I'm excited. On today's episode, I've got an incredible entrepreneur, business owner, and a radio man. He's got his own radio show on 919. His name's Darren Morris, and he owns a company called Lucky Hustle. Darren, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Lekker, it's good to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. It's great to be here. It's very good to be here.
So I bring on guests, and we like to speak about good things because that's what the show is all about.
Totally.
And you've got a lekker business in South Africa that is doing good things.
Absolutely.
We'll get into that in a little bit. It's called Lucky Hustle. I need to understand how you started this business in the first place.
All right. So where it all started, I was a normal dude in a normal corporate career and
Working for someone.
working for MTN at the time, actually. Working for somebody, and I always had these entrepreneurial dreams, like how to get out, how to do it myself, because I hated working for someone. I absolutely hated it. And there was a lot of things growing up that basically happened. And that brought me to, be in a place where I was like, I have to get back to the world. I have to do good things because I owe it to the world. So what happened was a really close organization to my heart, which is Woodrock Animal Rescue. Now, I'm a lover of animals.
I'm smiling because I know Woodrock really well.
So cool, man.
And there's so many, we'll have to get into the layers of your story because we kind of grew up in the same area of Johannesburg. You're a little bit more east than the Towers, Edenvale, Hilton in Vale. I used to jaw there a lot when I was younger. But you speak about good things, and there was a upbringing, your upbringing, that sort of moved you into the good things space.
Yeah.
Which I love. So Woodrock, there we go, Woodrock.
Okay, so I decided, let me start doing some good things with my life because I had to give back. I owed the world a lot because the world helped me and my family a lot. So Woodrock gave me this brief. Okay, I said, I want to volunteer. What do I do? They gave me this brief, and they basically said to me, you have to get this dog adopted. All of the volunteers got random dogs. And I said, okay, cool. Well, how do I get this dog adopted? And they said, no, just, do whatever. Just post on the socials. So I watched all the other volunteers, and they would do that typical normal thing of like, Fluffy's a burn victim and from the townships and help. And it was all this sob story, sad news about these dogs. And I thought, well, let me try and create a little video for this dog, like do something a little bit differently. So I thought, okay, what video should I do? So I was like, well, let me go balls to the wall. Let me turn this dog into a hip hop superstar. So
set the scene. What kind of dog was it? Was it like
complete pavement special, named Richie? He was a burn victim. He was stuck at Woodrock. He couldn't get adopted for 3 years. He'd been there for 3 years. So I thought, let me make a music video about this dog being in the ghetto and trying to get out the ghetto. So I went there with a little crew that I put together, and I basically shot this music video. And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, yeah, cool. This is something that I'll do with my weekend. We shot it, we edited it, we did a little pre-hype post for it, and then posted it. And this thing went viral. All of a sudden, radio stations were calling me. Magazines were calling me, the press was calling me, they wanted to interview me, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? This thing started getting like hundreds and thousands of views. The dog got adopted in, he's about to say, please tell me the dog got adopted in like 2 days. Well, and then I thought to myself, I was like, well, hold on a second, maybe I'm good at this, maybe I can do good things and also create videos and make a business out of it. So it was in the peak of COVID, and I was like, cool, let me just start something. So I thought, I couldn't come up with a name. I thought Lucky Hustle, cool, 2 words that describe my life. 90% luck, 10% hustle. That's what I'm going to call it. And that's how it started. And it started off literally just creating pieces of content for people. Then it turned into an ad agency, but I always kept to the core. And I said to myself, no matter what happens with this business, no matter how big it gets, because it started as a team of 1, it's now a team of like 25. So, and this is your 4 years. And I said to myself, no matter what, when we get profits, when this company becomes profitable, which it is now, we're going to take our profits and just keep giving back, but not just doing the normal, like what these big corporates do. And nothing wrong with that. Like everybody needs their millions. But we want to give back in the way that we know how, which is with our creative superpower, creating content to help people. So that's what we've been doing for the last couple of years. We've worked on crazy projects that I'm sure I'll tell you about now. And we've literally changed lives. We build brands and we sell products and all of that stuff that pays the bills. But we take our profits and we change lives, whether it's people, whether it's dogs, whether whatever, we change lives.
I think that's so important, being a company in a place like South Africa, where we have got such a great need in all the different areas. I want to take 2 steps back. So first of all, you mentioned that the world was good to you growing up, so you wanted to do good as an adult.
Yes.
What was your youth and growing up like?
I came from an abusive home. My father was not the nicest human being to myself and my mother and my little sister, and incredibly abusive. Hope he doesn't watch this, but it is what it is. Incredibly abusive, really made life hard. From alcoholism and, physical, verbal. I had the police at my house one time, that I had friends at my house. And basically he disappeared. He left the country. He actually got arrested and then ran away. So we ended up, it was me, my mom, and my sister. We basically had nothing. We had nowhere to go. Couldn't afford school fees, couldn't afford food. And then the community came together and basically got myself and my sister in school, paid for our school fees all the way till the end of school. We got this organization who came to our house every Wednesday. They would give us food parcels. And then somebody offered to pay for my college. And I always said, I could never give back at that stage financially. So I always said to myself, one day I'm going to pay this forward. One day I'm going to return the favor. I'm going to literally give back to every single person. I've already help somebody get through studies. I'm trying to give back all the things that happened to me. I'm trying to do the same thing. So
Darren, I must commend you. Yeah. Working in this space where we get to tell stories.
Yeah.
For over a decade.
Yeah.
The general sort of standard thinking is if you come from a rough background,
yeah,
you're not going to make it out. And it's horrible to say that, but that's what people believe, is that you're sort of stuck in the cycle. Yeah. And you've turned that around completely, and not just turned that around, you brought it to a space where you're changing other lives. Or generational, it's going to continue, I'm sure.
I hope so. Well, that's the thing, unluckily, I know I call it lucky hustle now, but in school, I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to, I can't. And I always had this dream of getting out of this rut and doing something with my life. But the problem is, I was as thick as this table, dude. When it came to my school marks, I got 7% for maths. I'm not even lying, 7% for maths, that they actually pulled me out of maths and they made me do typing as a subject. And I was like, okay, cool, I don't have to do maths, I'll do it. And they're like, no, we'll tell you what to do. So I really, really had to figure things out and figure out how to hustle very, very quickly, because I knew straight up, and my family knew this one's not going to become a doctor or a lawyer.
Not knew, they thought.
So I really had to kind of swing my way out of there and learn how to hustle and sell and do all that stuff very, very quickly.
And so then, life happens, things happen.
Yeah.
Your college, we get through. How did you land up at MTN, and what role were you playing there?
So I landed up at MTN. If I take it a step back, I landed up in the ad world. I didn't have a job.
That's what I was alluding to. You've got this ad agency now. Did you have ad experience at MTN?
Yes. So when I first came, I got invited because I didn't have a job. And I was asked And I was always hustling like here and there. And somebody who worked at this media publication said, do you want to come work at this festival called Opikopi as a promoter? And I was like, yeah, cool, I got nothing else to do. They were like, we'll give you $500 and feed you for the whole weekend. I was like, sweet, that sounds like such a deal. And I went there, and instead of getting completely wasted like all the other promoters, I actually like took it seriously, and I worked my ass off. And the owner of the company came to me and was like, when you are done with your studies or whatever you're busy with, come and see me for a job. And I was like, cool, I'm taking that absolutely serious because I've got nothing else. So I arrived at his office like a month later when I'd done my stuff, and I arrived at his office and I was like, hey, remember me? In your drunken state, you promised me a job, and I'm here to start. I'm holding you to it. And I'm holding you to it. And he was like, dude, there's nothing ready for you. And I was like, I'm not taking no for an answer. So I just said to him, can I just work for free? So he's like, okay, cool. What are you going to do? And I said, I don't know. And I just took the phone and I started making calls. And eventually started landing deals. And then he was like, cool, you can work here. And this was 15 years ago. And I just thought advertising was designers. And then people taught me there in these walls of the ad agency, like how it works, how advertising works, how brands make ads to do marketing. I didn't study any of this stuff. And then I just started hopping from agency to agency, and then eventually got headhunted by MTN to be a part of their digital department. And when I was at MTN, I was like, this is cool, but it's not me. I need to do something meaningful. And when that Woodrock thing happened, I was like, this is my chance.
So there's an interesting sort of concurrent thing that has happened in your life.
Yes.
And that's, you call it luck, right? Luck is not luck. Luck is preparation meets opportunity. Sure. That's luck.
Yeah.
And throughout your life, you've prepared enough, worked hard enough for that opportunity to come.
Yeah.
And that opportunity has been people. You've mentioned that when you were in the hardest chapter in your life that I could imagine was your hardest chapter, growing up, there were people that were there. And when you were battling with school, there were people, the teachers, the peers that helped you.
Yeah.
When you needed to go to college, there was a person who helped you.
So true.
So preparation is opportunity, luck is preparation, meeting opportunity, but that the people is what was a continuous throughout the chapter and the chapters in your story.
So true.
And now I kind of feel like the role that you're in, at Lucky Hustle, is you've become that person.
Yeah.
You've become that person, which is so rad.
That's a very, I've never looked at it that way. I think you've just made a, but it's awesome for me to hear that, because it's almost like a mission accomplished type moment. Because that was my dream as a kid to give back what I got. Because like you said, if it wasn't for people, I don't know where I would have been, man. I would have been in prison, or I don't know where I would have been.
You rewrote your life story, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the work now, right? So are you still doing work with Woodrock? Please say yes.
Yeah.
Please say yes. What other work are you doing?
So for Woodrock, I thought, okay, cool. When we first dropped this ad about the dog music video, I thought I have to do it again. But when the company's bigger, I can throw more money at it. I can now get bigger budget, proper rappers, because in the first video, I was the rapper. Proper rappers, proper budget. So we're doing another music video with him. And it's all about getting out of the ghetto and finding a family that feeds you Hills dog food.
Stop it.
Yeah. So we've got some big rappers on there that are joining the party. We're shooting that in about 2 weeks' time. We've got audio production facilities that are literally, everybody's on board now. We're making this thing happen, and it's going to drop like a proper music video, except all of these rappers will now have the personas of shelter dogs.
And ultimately, we're hoping that it causes awareness that these dogs need homes, because that's ultimately what we want, right?
Well, absolutely. Look, I think it's very easy. I suppose easy is the wrong word, but when you're in this, animal shelter thing, like all the puppies, it's in and out. It's like sausage factory vibe. It's very easy to get them adopted. So we've been very, very focused on making sure that the dogs we focus on are the ones that nobody's wanted. The ones that have been there for 3 to 5 years, that like, same as like my destiny, I suppose, that like they need a chance. They need somebody to give them a chance, and this is their chance. So our focus is not only just awareness of dogs, it's awareness of the dogs that nobody wants. And if we give them a little bit of narrative, just like Richie in the beginning, these dogs can find it.
What I love about podcasts is that they don't live in one time. So this is going to go live, and by that time, your newest music video is most probably going to be out on the way. We're going to link it everywhere, and we're also going to promote that as much as we can. Get some more awareness out there about the good work you're doing. What I love about my team at Good Things Guy is over the years, they've written various articles of like older dogs or dogs that have sort of been left in a shelter for however long, of them getting home. So I have no doubt that our readers and our viewers and our listeners will get involved and perhaps adopt a dog. Tell me a little bit more about the other work. So obviously we're doing charity stuff, your Woodrock, but you have other clients, you're doing other adverts, right?
Yeah, we do tons. I mean, we've got NTN, we've got Xiaomi, we do work with other agencies that we work on brands like Coca-Cola, Restonic. We've done stuff.
Big stuff. Those are big names.
Scotch and Soda, Illuma Cap. Like there's a list of, I mean, you can go to the website and there's a list. And I'm grateful to those brands because they're contributing to these other projects. So we're doing some really, really cool work in the ad space. Work that I never imagined that we would do. Like I'm still sometimes on set. I'm like, how did this happen?
How is this my life?
So it's absolutely crazy, man. It's like I'm grateful every single day. I can't even tell you.
Just I think, and I'm gonna say this is the second time I'm saying it. I think it's because of where we grew up, but we've got these same ideals. Gratitude. I wanted to talk about the radio feature, the radio show you got on a Friday, right? It was like 909.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So I went to get interviewed on 919, just a typical like come in for an interview, cool. And I had the interview, and then the show producer said, "Do you want your own show?" And I was like, "I've never done that in my life." She's like, "Don't worry about it. You just sit down, do your thing." And the next thing, I had this show. They were like, "What do you want to call it? What is the narrative of it?" So I said, "Well, the only thing I could think of that would be a cool story for a show is to bring people that inspire me, like people that are doing it right for South Africa, specifically for South Africa. If I can just bring those people in and talk to them and understand like what is their why, and what is their how, and what gets them up every day to do something beyond just for the paycheck, to do something for the country. I want to talk to them and find out why. So we've had business owners, CEOs, we've had athletes on there, we've had actors on there, just people that are really just doing something for the country and giving back at the same time.
So to give a bit of context, that's how Darren and I actually got into the same email thread. His team got in touch with my team, and they were like, "Do you want to be on his show?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, he needs to be on my show." So it's a double whammy. It's a twist. You can watch him on here on Good Things with Brent Lindeque, and in a couple of weeks I'm going to be on your show.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Thank you for being so vulnerable. Thank you for telling your story, and thank you for being here in studio with us today.
Man, it's such a pleasure. Such a pleasure.
If our viewers, our listeners, our readers, if they want more information, where do they go to find more about you?
So just rock on Instagram and find lucky_hustle. Otherwise, just go on LinkedIn and find Darren Morris. But generally, that's like Instagram is our place to be. So Lucky Hustle on Instagram. I'll see you there.
Like I say every week, please remember to do all those good things like subscribe, share if you learned something in this episode. And we'll see you next week for more incredible South Africans, great stories, wishing you only good things. Okay, love you, bye.
Bye.